Hi everyone, this is Brunilla from Taking My Life Back channel. Welcome to video number 3. Today we're going to talk about something I really think it's going to help you. I'm going to give you a tip that's really helped me structuring my day, and I think it would work for basically anyone. So just to kind of give you the background. So when I thought about this, so when I said the other day that you need to take time for yourself, I'm guessing a lot of moms out there or women out there are going to say, oh, but I already have so much stuff to do in my day. I don't have time. I hardly have time to eat and sleep. And so how am I going to set off time to do something fun for me? And do meditation and do whatever stuff for myself. And I'm kind of like that myself. I have 4 kids. I run my own company with my husband. I have clients. I have everyday work that needs to get done. I also have like the household that kind of needs to, get moving. And it doesn't do it itself. I've tried, but it doesn't work that way. So when I started out we started out our own company after I was, I stopped working in the bank in an office. And when I was in the office, I went to work, and then you're sitting at your desk, and then you're just working. You don't really have any distractions, right? Because you're just at work. Well, when you work from home, it's completely different. In the beginning, I was really frustrated because I just saw these days just kind of disappear between my hands. It's like when you try to hold water in your hands, right? And it just kind of goes through. Well, I felt these days. I was like, I have so much stuff I want to do, but I don't get all that stuff done that I want to have done. And I was really frustrated. And then I read Tim Ferris's 4-Hour Workweek. That's actually funny because I bought it like a really long time ago, and it was just sitting on the shelf, and just all of a sudden it kind of spoke to me. I was like, okay, I'm going to try. You never know. So I'm going to read it. And I wouldn't say that I use all of the stuff that he says in his book, because some of it for me seems a little bit extreme, but there was some really good stuff in there. And one thing I really took in, I have to say, is that he talks about regrouping tasks. Like, when you do laundry, for example, let's say you fold laundry. Whether you fold one basket or half a basket of laundry or 2, there is kind of this minimum time that will always take, even though it's a really small amount of laundry. So let's say the minimum time will be, 10 minutes that you always spend, because the time that you prepare and you take the stuff out and whatever. And if you fold 2 baskets, it'll maybe just take, 1/3 of the time more, because you're already in the rhythm. So it doesn't take so much time more. So it's kind of like a concept of thinking about how you use your time really well, and what you can regroup. So I found that really interesting. It was a really interesting concept to me. And I started really thinking about this. And so I actually started organizing my day completely differently. Before, when I would drop off the kids at school in the morning, I would go home and I start cleaning up in the kitchen and like maybe doing some laundry and doing this and doing that. And all of a sudden my whole morning was gone. I was like, oh my God, what happened? All of a sudden you have no morning left, right? And at the end of the day, it's coming really quickly. And so I started getting into a routine where I would actually, first of all, when I would come home, I would go straight to what was my office in the house. So I wouldn't even go through the kitchen and all that, because I knew that if I got in there, I would get stuck. Because, you have 4 kids at home. You have enough stuff to do in your house, like every single day, to keep you occupied. But this is not the stuff that will actually get your projects moving forward. It is basic stuff and it has to be done at some point. But this is not the stuff that, that will actually keep your own projects moving forward, which has to be the priority if you have stuff that you want to do. So I would just go straight into my office and then start with what I needed to start on that day. And so once I'd gotten going, I could then once in a while get up and go make a coffee and then do some stuff in the kitchen, because I wanted to get back to what I had started on and get it done. So that was completely different for me. And also something that really, really helped organizing my day was this concept of minimum time for each task that you do. So what I started doing actually is I started really thinking about my time, right? And thinking about, okay, what is the stuff that I need to get done, but I can do where I really need to think, and so I need my brain, and therefore I can't do it while I have the kids at home, while they're like asking stuff all the time, and that's not the moment where you want to think, right? When they come home from school and are really excited and they want to tell you about their day and whatever. So this is not the time. So I started really like dividing tasks into what are the tasks that I can do when the kids are at home and I don't really need my brain for what I'm doing, and what are the tasks that I really need to concentrate on, I really need to think about, and therefore I can only do it when the house is quiet and also my energy level is up, like in the morning. Once you've gotten through your morning routine, you're actually more available and more energized, and you're more efficient then you probably will like at the end of the day, right? So at least that's the case for me. I think it's the case for most people. You slept all night, and that's kind of the moment where you have things going for you. So so that was really something that changed a lot for me. So first of all, I would really divide those tasks. Like I would not do laundry while I had the energy and the house was really calm, because I can do that at any time. You can do that at 10 o'clock at night. You don't need your head for that. You don't need your brain. You don't need to think about it. It's just laundry, right? Dishes, the same thing. All this stuff that you don't need to think about, just set it aside and say, okay, I will do it, but I'll just do it at some point where I just don't feel like doing anything else, or, where I'm just tired and, whatever. And also another thing that really, really helped me is I would start regrouping all the tasks that were around the kitchen. So for example, I would wait to start the dishwasher and empty the dishwasher until I was actually in the kitchen doing something else. For example, cooking the dinner. So instead of using the time in the morning where I had the quiet to actually get something done and get work done, and then do the dishes then, or set the dishwasher, get the dishwasher going and all that, I would actually do it while I was cooking dinner, because then I would already be there. So when you have your pots going with the dinner, then it's really easy just to, take care of the dishes at the same time. And I would kind of do the same after dinner, where I would just maybe be preparing some stuff for the next day, or, putting stuff aside, or preparing something for breakfast next day. Then the dishwasher kind of would have been done and I could empty it, and we could start, from scratch in the morning. But basically, these are some things that really, really help me, really think about regrouping, do the tasks that go together, kind of in the same room at the same time, because you're already there. So it's actually much easier to just do it while you do something else. And for me, that really, really helped. It actually opens up a lot of time in your day when you do this, when you regroup things. Like when you're watching TV at night, then fold your laundry, because you're just kind of there. So you might as well just do it then, or whatever it is that you need to get done. I'm talking a lot about laundry because I have a lot of laundry to do, but maybe your stuff is something else. But it's kind of, you know, the tasks that go in the kitchen, do them while you're already there to do something else. Because then those really precious minutes, you don't use them to do something, to do them when you have time to actually get, you know, work done, or go get your nails done, or go do whatever it is that you want to do for you. And then that way you can really organize your day much better. And it opens up a lot of time. So regrouping, first of all, stuff. So dishwasher goes with, you know, when you're cooking. Cleaning the bathroom, for example, goes really well with when it's bath time for the kids, because then you're kind of just in and out there, so you can just like do the sink and the shower while they're in the bathtub or whatever it is. That works really well, and you can actually just do the toilets while you're kind of more or less there. All these small things, but also always thinking about like, how do I regroup all my tasks so I don't use that minimum time up unnecessarily, because when you add up in a day, and it goes really fast, like 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there. It goes really fast, and that's all the time that you could put together for something that you want to do for yourself, or for, you know, get your stuff, you know, your own projects going, and this is important time. So it really adds up, it does. Now, second thing, in Tim Ferris's book that I really thought was interesting and I'm actually using, is also, instead of having like a to-do list that is a mile long with, I don't know, 55 tasks on there, of what you need to do for yourself or for the house or whatever. What he says is, when, like the day before, define 2 tasks, really important tasks that will get your own projects really moving, and your day is not done the next day before you have completed those 2 tasks. So it has to be 2 tasks that are important but can be completed in one day if you work well, or it doesn't have to be huge, but it has to be 2 tasks that really get your project moving forward, whatever it is. But you have to define it the day before. Why? Because once you get to the next day and you know, the kids are in school, or you've come home from work, you have 20 minutes to do something, then you don't have to think about what it is that you need to do. You already know. You've already defined it. It's very clear. You know exactly what you need to do. You need to sit down and do whatever you decided to do the day before. It actually helps not wasting the time of thinking about all this when you actually have the time to do stuff. And it also helps in your mind kind of be really sharp about what needs to be done. Because when you think about it from the day before, it's more clear to you, basically. You're not like in the rush, oh my God, I have some time, what am I gonna do? What would be important? No, you've already defined it. And when you do it the night before or the day before, it was like with a clear head and probably much more structured than when you're in the rush of using your time, you know, wisely. So I've worked with this principle for a really long time, and I really think it helps a lot, because that means that, you know, as soon as I have just a couple of minutes to do something, I can just sit down and start it, because I know exactly what it is that I need to get done. And also, I will not consider, this is for, you know, people who have their own companies or are independent, would like to set up their own company. It really helps that say, okay, my workday is not done until I've completed this. So I'll start in the morning, and sometimes I'll only be finished maybe at night, but at least I have this done, and I can go to bed and say, I did this today and it was great and I finished it, and you know, that is done. Let's think about what we're going to do tomorrow. But only 2 tasks. That's really important. Not 5 or 6 or 10 and it should be important tasks, but it should be something that can be completed in one day. In the beginning, it's like a little bit, you have to kind of think about it, but then you get the ball rolling, and it kind of, becomes a habit of doing this. But it really, really helps to have these two tasks where you say, okay, my day is not complete until I've done this. And actually in my own journey, to also find myself again, or then I actually also use this for, like, when I want to do my meditation, I'm like, my day is not done until this has been done, or until I've, completed my goal for, I don't know, go for a walk or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be like professional for a company. It can also just be for you, that you do not go to bed until this has been done. These two things that are really important to you. It really helps prioritizing a lot in your day, because then you know what you have to do, and you actually, your brain will kind of get you to do it. Like, you'll think about it. Oh, I have to do this. You know what? I have time. I'll just do it now. And then it's done, and I'm finished with the day. So this is something that has really worked well for me. So first of all, regrouping tasks in your day that take up like just a lot of time, but it's not going to actually get you moving forward, to regroup them so you can do several things at the same time. Think about what you can do when you're on your own, and can only do when you're on your own, and what you can do when you have, your family around. And third of all, really important, really, really, really important, the third is define the day before your two really important tasks to be completed the next day. This will really help anything you have to get done move forward. It doesn't have to be two tasks with like major steps. There has to be something important that'll get things moving for you, and you say, okay, this is done, so I can go to the next step tomorrow. Okay, so I hope this was clear for you. I've been working with this concept for like a long time, so it's kind of like gotten into my habits now, but I hope it was pretty clear for you. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to put them in the comments. I'd be happy to, discuss this with you. Also, so if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you like my videos in general, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.